Hey, good morning everybody, and welcome to the video. It is Monday morning on Memorial Day, and we're getting ready to do the Murph workout. If you don't know what the Murph is, it's a 1 mile run followed by 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats in any order, all while wearing a plate carrier or a weight vest, and then followed by another mile run. So I've been training for it for about 2 months now. This is going to be my first time doing the Murph with a weight vest, but I'm excited. Let's go ahead, let's get it started. All right, 1 mile out, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats. Let's go. First mile, 12 minutes, 20 seconds. All right, so I'm gonna break this thing up. I'm gonna do 33 sets of 3 pull-ups, 6 push-ups, 9 squats. I'm gonna keep track. I'm gonna do an oyster shell for every set, 33 sets. Let's go. Just over 2/3 of the way through. I'm starting to gas out. I'm at 47 minutes right now. This the last third. It's gonna be a push. All right, last one, hour, 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Mile back, let's go. One hour, 19 minutes, and 45 seconds. All right, so out here doing the Murph workout this morning. It's called the Memorial Day Murph because traditionally it's done on Memorial Day, a day that we honor those who have given the ultimate sacrifice to protect and defend this country. Obviously, the name of the workout is the Murph. It's to honor Lieutenant Michael Murphy, the Navy SEAL and Medal of Honor winner that gave his life for this country. But one of the people that I'm thinking about today and thinking about every day is Lieutenant Demetrius Hellfire Freyson. You'll see that I wear his memorial bracelet just about every day. Demetrius and I served together in Afghanistan, and I want to tell the story of how he got the name Demetrius Hellfire Freyson. So we went through our infantry schooling together and wound up in the same unit, deployed to Afghanistan together. I was 1st platoon leader and he was 2nd platoon leader. Now our mission was to man this little combat outpost 1.5 miles from Pakistan. It was just a platoon of us out there at any time, about 30 guys manning this outpost, and his platoon and my platoon would take turns manning this little combat outpost. Now, one day in April, his platoon was coming back and my platoon was taking over, and we had just taken over the outpost and I was having tea with the local Afghan commander. About 30 minutes had gone by and we heard an explosion. Now, the route getting out to this outpost was heavily laden with IEDs and explosives, so I knew as soon as the explosion went off, because Demet's platoon was headed back to the company cop, that they had hit an IED. So I immediately stopped having tea, ran back over, got my platoon together, and we rushed out to help provide security. Now, it took us about 20 minutes to get out there, and by the time we had gotten out there, the truck that had struck the IED was on fire, and they had already evacuated the wounded and began applying first aid to those that were wounded in the IED strike. Demet called in for a medevac helicopter that was on the way, and his platoon took control of the south bank of the river where they struck the IED, and we took control of the north bank. When the truck was on fire and they were treating those wounded, all the rounds and ammunition, everything inside the truck started cooking off, exploding, and kind of going everywhere. One of the helicopters came across the radio and said, "Hey, we can neutralize this really quickly right now with a Hellfire missile strike." And it took Demetrius no time at all to say, "Do it." So he was a calm, cool person. I know because we were out there providing security, I just felt comfortable with him in charge of the situation. So comfortable, in fact, that I thought, you know, now would be a good time to get a video. So I took my camera out and I got a video of the truck on fire and the hellfire striking one of our own vehicles. But that just speaks to how much of a natural born leader Demeet was, that he had such command of the situation, was taking care of the guys, and it took him no time at all to make the call to destroy a very expensive vehicle to protect his guys. So that's just that's the leader that Demeet was, and that's one of the things that I will always remember about him is, you know, a lot of people talk about putting your men first and putting others above yourself, but Demetrius was the epitome of that. And there are a lot of things that I miss about Demeet, and he's a great father and husband, leaves behind a wife and son, but I try to look back and cherish some of those other memories, and the natural born leader that he was is something that I'm always thinking about. So that's who I'm thinking about this and every Memorial Day and every day, and I just wanted to share that story with you. All right, Murph is done. Now it is time. I'm actually working a closing shift tonight. So my fasting schedule for the day is I finished eating yesterday at about 5 o'clock. So the plan right now is I'm getting ready. We're going to go to Publix. I'm going to pick up some stuff. I'm going to be doing 1 meal a day today. And because I'm doing the closing shift and I want to get in like a Memorial Day meal, the plan is to go to Publix, pick up some food. I'm going to eat fairly early today. So I'm going to cook, eat from like 11 to noon today, then get ready, go to work my closing shift and fast through to tomorrow. So let's go to Publix, let's get some food, let's go eat. All right, I know I said we were going to Publix, but then I remembered I hadn't had my coffee yet today. So stopped at Starbucks, I got a grande Americano, and I'm actually going to edit today's Memorial Day short and a few Memorial Day posts because these vlogs are coming out a few weeks later, so you won't see this video until a few weeks after Memorial Day, but I'm gonna go ahead and do some of my posts here at Starbucks and have my Americano. We'll see you at Publix in a little bit. So Carrie and the girls are actually in Melbourne for the weekend. Carrie's dropping them off with their grandparents for the week, and I am home by myself this weekend. I think the plan right now is I'm gonna pick up some food just for my meal for today. Again, I just like it a little more when we do shopping kind of throughout the week. Part of that is because I work at the grocery store, so it's easy to just like pick something up day by day. But I think the plan right now is to get some Memorial Day type foods. And the first thing that I'm gonna get is watermelon. Is buy one, get one free. So I'm definitely gonna grab some watermelon. All right, so I think I just about got everything, and I found these crispy onions. You know I've been doing those in the burgers a lot. I got the ground bison, that's on sale. But this is garlic pepper flavored crispy onions, so I'm real excited to try this out. I did the fried jalapenos and some ground beef. It was okay. It was really spicy, but it wasn't as good. It wasn't as savory as the onions. So, but I am excited to try these garlic pepper onions. So I think the plan right now, I'm gonna have the ground bison with the onions mixed in, and I also got a thing of the bourbon salmon. Probably that's my favorite thing to get from the seafood counter. And I figure, you know, a little surf and turf Memorial Day. So I'm gonna have the bourbon salmon, the bison. I also got some keto mac and cheese. I'm gonna give that a try, and then the watermelon, buy one, get one free. I'm gonna walk around here for another second and try to decide if that's enough food or not. I don't feel like it is for my one meal, but I'm gonna kind of add up the calories in it, and if it's less than 2,000, I may pick something else up, but that's the plan. All right, so I did some quick math on it, and I think everything together, I don't really know how many calories are in the watermelon, but I'm probably at about 1,800 calories. I want to go up a little more because I did the Murph this morning, and because I just want to make sure, again, I don't ever like to go too low on my calories, so I got some of these maple glazed pecans. This whole package is 900 calories. So I'm not gonna do all of that. I'll probably do a third of that, 300 calories there. And I'm gonna go ahead and head back over to produce and pick up some berries. And I'm gonna do kind of that berry salad thing that I've been doing, the berries, the pecans, and some honey on that. So that'll be everything that I have. But I'm gonna go pick up those berries and we'll go home and we'll catch you here in a little bit, going over cooking this stuff. All right, so here's my fasting plan, or my eating plan as it were. I am fasted for about 17 hours right now. I finished eating yesterday at about 5 o'clock. I had 𝐂𝐍'𝐒. I did 1 meal a day yesterday. You have probably already seen that short. So I did just the fast food yesterday is my 1 meal, but I did it fairly early before I went and saw Maverick. So because I'm at about 17 hours fasted right now, it is 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna go ahead and do I call it 1 meal, but essentially I'm gonna eat over the next 2 hours. I'm gonna break my fast with the watermelon. I'm gonna have that, kind of go get showered, get ready, and then come back and I'll catch up with you when it's time to cook the burgers. That watermelon tastes so good after this morning's workout, getting so hot. So watermelon definitely hits the spot. Great Memorial Day food. All right, showered, changed, ready to go to work. It's about 5 to 11 right now, so I've got about an hour and a half before I gotta get going. The next thing I'm gonna make is the berries and crushed pecans that you've seen me eating a lot. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and weigh out these maple glazed pecans, honestly, because there are 150 calories a serving, 6 servings in here, so 900 calories for the whole bag, but I really only want like 2 servings of this. So I got my food scale out and I'm gonna weigh this out and put the berries and everything together. Alexa, what's 28 times 2?
28 times 2 is 56.
All right, so 56 grams is what I'm looking for 2 servings. Get every last one in there. So there's my pecans. And because I kind of want this to go over all the berries, what I've been doing is I'll take them and I'll make them just a little smaller. Throw the berries in there, and I know there's gonna be somebody telling me I need to wash my berries, and I probably do. I don't always wash my berries. All right, blackberries were buy one, get one free, so I got 2 of those, and I got 1 of the raspberry, and then I picked this up. It is raw, unfiltered honey. Again, this is one of those things, I don't really know why it's healthy, but a lot of people say get the raw unfiltered. So without doing any investigation, I figured I'd give it a shot. Put a little bit of honey on there. It's orange blossom is the flour they used. And then the pecans. Mix that up. Honestly, I'll just eat this like a huge bowl of fruit cereal. You can't go wrong with that. I'm gonna say it again, it's really good. No, I like the honey. That honey gives a little bit of sweetness, and really the pecans give it that just perfect crunch, so the texture is good. I'm gonna go ahead and eat this now, watch a little bit of TV for like 20 minutes, maybe watch an episode of Seinfeld, and then I'm gonna cook my main course, which is the bison, the salmon, and the keto mac and cheese. I'm gonna do that because I want that to be the last thing that I eat. So I'm finishing off with that protein, and I'll leave here getting ready to go to work really full, so that when I go in at 1 o'clock, I'm gonna stay full throughout the rest of my shift. So I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy these berries, and we'll catch up here in a minute. All right, so here's my thoughts on the cauliflower mac and cheese. Does it taste like macaroni and cheese? No, it tastes like cauliflower with cheese. With that being said, it tastes good, I like it. Again, I went with the keto option just because I knew I was gonna be doing a lot of fruits and stuff like that. So not necessarily tracking my carbs, but just keeping the like pasta, breads, things like that a little lower. So would I get that again? Maybe not for the price. I could probably just do cauliflower and cheese for cheaper, but it's good, I like that. And then the bourbon salmon. All right, so I know everybody that's watching this isn't actually close to a Publix or has that as an option, but if you live in the Southeast United States and there's a Publix nearby, try the bourbon salmon. Hands down my favorite thing to get from the seafood counter. It's so good. It's hard to describe how good that bourbon salmon is. So do yourself a favor. If you're anywhere near a Publix, go to the seafood counter, get the bourbon salmon. You will not be disappointed. I do it in the oven at 375, about 15, 16 minutes just until it's cooked through, but that thing is hands down my favorite. Those garlic pepper onions are very good. You can taste that pepper coming through for sure, and the garlic. I would do that again. I don't know if it's better than the French. It's definitely better than the jalapenos were. I would do that again for sure. It's a nice little change. And again, I didn't add any cheese to these. Sometimes I'm adding cheese to them as well, but I just did the French fried onions. I did the whole bag, so it was like 400 calories, 600 for the bison alone. So it's 1,000 calories between the bison. And then I think I got like 400 in the keto, another probably 150, 200 from the salmon, and then the berries and stuff like that. But the French fried onions and the bison, very good. So I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this, and I'll catch up with you here in a little bit before it's time to go to work. All right, lunch was great, very filling. I ended up not eating absolutely everything. I probably had 2/3 of those burgers and the mac and cheese. I had to leave some just because I was too full and I didn't want to eat to the point of being overstuffed. Then got a little nap in, and now it is 12:50 and it's time for me to go into work. So when I was looking at everything that I was going to eat today, you know, one of the things that I think about is I want to make sure that I'm eating enough, but I want to make sure I get a good mix of foods high in that protein and stuff, which is why I did those burgers and the salmon last and started with the fruit. I always like to end my fast with a protein, especially earlier on like this, because I'm going to be fasting through work. So about ready to start my fasting timer now. I don't know what the plans are for tomorrow, but I always like ending a fast early because it gives me plenty of flexibility for tomorrow. And then I know in a previous video I talked about, you know, I was going to eat my one meal after working a closing shift, but because I did the Murph this morning, I wanted to get in some food to kind of refuel my body fairly quickly after the workout. I didn't want to wait until I got off tonight. So if I end up being hungry later, I'm just going to follow some of my own advice. I'm going to drink some water. I'm going to have some decaf coffee, and I will just kind of fight through it today in order to make sure that I hit my fasting window for tomorrow. But hey, I really appreciate you all joining me for today. It's been a fun video to shoot for sure, and really, you know, just a good time of reflection this morning doing the workout, and enjoyed bringing you along and kind of showing you what the plan was to eat for today. But other than that, it's time for me to get into work now. Thanks again for watching the video. If you want to see any more, be sure to leave a comment below. Be sure to like and comment as well. It kind of helps push this thing out to more people. But if you want to see more of what I'm up to, I'll leave a video on the screen here now. Be sure to check that out. And remember, we're not looking to lose weight fast. We're looking to lose weight forever. It's all about progress over perfection. Thanks again, and I will catch you in the next video.